What is up, guys? Brad here, bringing you guys Season 3, Week 8 of the MMBA. This is our team builder. This week we are actually going against the San Francisco Serene Grace. I think it's Happy. I think who it is. A coach I've never faced before. So if you guys are, before we do get into this, feel free to drop a like down below and subscribe. That'd be awesome. Definitely, it really just helps out greatly. And if you guys are seeing this on the 4th, I'm not quite sure when this will be going up, but hopefully you guys did have a good 4th of July. Again, not quite sure when this will be going up. I'm assuming after the 4th, so hopefully you guys have a good 4th. Not really too many plans that I have, apart from having a cold beverage and chilling outside, pretty much. That's, I think, what I'm going to be doing later. As for my opponent's team, I'll go over it real quick. Our team is on the left, as you guys do know if you guys have been watching these team builders for the past 8 weeks. There's only about 2 or 3 weeks left. It goes till week 11, so you guys do the math there. I think 2 or 3 weeks left until the playoffs. So hopefully we can get these last few wins and it'll shoot us up in the playoffs. Opponent has Mega Scissor, Volcanion, Salamence, Vaporeon, Roserade, Florges, Meloetta, Frozlass, Minior, Lanoon, Skuntank, and Stunfisk. So probably not one of the most threatening drafts in the league, to be honest. Really not one of the most threatening ones. I mean, there's a few threatening mons, but overall it's not really one of the most threatening ones, not one of the most scary ones I've been going against. And like I said, our team's on the left. For our first mon, I'm just going to hop right into this. Our first mon we're bringing this week is going to be Talonflame. Talonflame has an incredible matchup this week. I think Talonflame, out of all the weeks this season, probably has the best matchup this week, to be honest. If this set can get rolling, I can actually sweep my opponent with it, to be honest. I think the only things that are stopping me from sweeping are actually, I think, maybe a few mons that I do have to get rid of. Minior is probably one of the only things that stops me from sweeping if he sets up rocks. Rocks might be a bit of an issue, which we can handle. We're not really scared of rocks too much. Apart from that, he really has nothing that really wants to come from it or come in on this thing once I'm set up. Vaporeon is probably the only thing that can eat hits from this thing. Vaporeon, defensive Salamence. If he's offensive Salamence, even with no speed investment, only 8 speed, I outspeed it unless he's scarfed. Volcanion is probably the only thing that wants to come in on this thing as well when I'm not set up. Once I'm set up, Volcanion is not a switch in, it dies after rocks. Mega Scissor. Mega Scissor is probably one of the best counters in the game for Mega Scissor. If he runs fully offensive, I can eat hits for days. I set up freely on that thing. I do accept 100% to bring Mega Scissor this week as well. It matches up very well against my draft. Hits things like Alolan Ninetales, which I've been bringing a lot recently. Hits Crocodile for super effective. Hits things like Lycanroc for super effective damage as well. Latias hits very well with dual stab. It's set up pretty much on Mega Venusaur depending on what side I am, as you guys will see in a bit. Again, Talonflame has one of the best matchups all season. Hits Roserade. After I'm set up, it's Oko on Roserade. Even if I'm not set up, it does a shitload of damage. Possibility to Oko. Depending on his set. Florges really can't touch me apart from like Toxic, which I have to ruse for. I can stall it out a little bit. Can't do too much. I think the only two things that are really stopping this is, I guess, maybe Stunfisk. Even if I'm set up Flare Blitz, he can be eating Flare Blitz very well. I think the only things that are really stopping me are Minior and Frozlass, which Frozlass, if he's max speed, outspeeds me, so which does suck. But apart from that, even running like no speed, only 8 speed, I might be able to speed everything else. My opponent really doesn't have the best speed tiers of this draft. The best thing he has is base 110 speed, which is Frozlass. Apart from that, he has like base 100s and below. So really not the most diverse speed tier of my opponent's draft, which kind of sucks for him. Allows me to run the Adamant Nature. I think I'm not really too scared of Frozlass. We have probably one of the best checks for it as well. Really can't touch Rick Steel, so I'm not really too scared. And if he does bring it, it's going to be more of like a support set, which I'm seeing or thinking he's going to bring. We're running the Flame Body as well, just for Mega Scissor. There's really no reason for me to run Gale Wings, to be honest. Gale Wings does nothing for me this week. If I run the Flame Body, Scissor, if he goes for like Bullet Punch or he tries U-turning out on me, only has a 30% chance to burn, which is great. And if I burn Mega Scissor, it's really like no threat anymore. Unless he has like a Heal Bell or a Vaporeon. But apart from that, it really ain't going to be doing shit to me. So, and every time Scissor comes in, even if it's like a sub setup set, I'm able to just eat up hits from that thing for days. Unless he has like, it does not get any Rock type moves either, apart from Power Rock. So, again, one of the best checks to Scissor in the game. Defensive Talonflame. Also a decent check to Salamence, depending on a set. If he's like a setup set, it may not be, but if he's like a Scarf set with like Dragon Claw and stuff like that, I can eat up a few hits from that thing and possibly burn that thing as well. Titanium Z Bulk Up, I ran this set one time, I think, against Greg, week 4, earlier in the season. It did not work out the best. I think I won like 1 kill. Then I got revenge killed, I think, by something else, or Bronzong or something. Basically what it does, if you guys don't know, it gives you +2 attack and +1 defense with Bulk Up. We have the Roost on the set just for sustain and to stay healthy. Dual Stab is pretty much all I need this week. I really need nothing else apart from that. Again, not really too much else. I guess I could run Overheat, there's really no point. Again, Dual Stab's really all I need this week to pretty much put in the work. EV Spread running max HP, well not really max HP, we're running 248 just so I have enough to come in on Stealth Rock 3 times if I need to. Max Defense, running the Adamant. I originally was having Impish Nature, really doesn't do too much for me. I'd rather have the Adamant Nature hit a little bit harder on the physical attack stat. So if I need to come in and pick something off, the Adamant Nature could be the determining factor of killing it. So, again, if I get set up with this thing, +2, +1 on defense and +2 attack, I'm going to be hitting like a truck. And he has nothing that really wants to outspeed me apart from Frozlast, and I guess barring Scarfers. So yeah, Talonflame going to be putting in a lot of work this week, hopefully like late game. Again, a very nice check to Scissor. Even if he tries like U-turning on me, there's always that 30% chance of a burn, which is great, and I think Talonflame is a really good mon to bring this week. As for our next mon, we're going to be bringing Mega Venusaur. I have it in this form. I actually changed it off screen. I originally wanted to get this team Gen and actually have in-game match this week. My opponent somehow cannot play in-game. He does not have Sun and Moon, unfortunately, which I was actually kind of mad about, just because I wanted to bring in-game back this week for you guys. And at least towards the end of the season, I wanted to have like 1 or 2 more in-game matches, which is going to be kind of unfortunate. I won't have one this week or next week. Which ain't really a big deal next week, just because I know my opponent's situation fully there. But gonna be on Showdown, I guess. So that's why I kind of had to change it, apart from like the Mega Venusaur sprite here. So I do apologize for that, but it's pretty much the exact same set from last week, guys. If you guys do not know what our set was last week, it was fully offensive. Again, pretty much the same set. The only really difference that we're going to be running is instead of Leafy, we're going to be running Synthesis, just giving it a bit more reliable recovery. He has the Rose right there, which, again, a few things really can't do much with Leaf Seed. Even if I do make Leaf Seed-like predictions, he's going to be switching out, and I really can't stay in on most things anyways. If he goes on like the Volcanion, granted, Giga Drain's going to be doing a shitload if I'm fully offensive. If I can make like a lot of switches and bring this thing in on Mons that I know I can at least outspeed or getting shitloads of damage off, Roserade can't touch me really, unless he runs like, I think Roserade might get Psychic, I have to look. Unless he runs like Psychic Z move or something. Vaporeon, this thing comes in every time on Vaporeon. Best thing Vaporeon is going to hit me with is Ice Beam, and that limits its move pool a lot more, so he can't run like Heal Bell or something like that on his other moves. Every time this thing comes in on Stunfisk and Skuntank cannot touch me whatsoever. I think the best thing it can touch me with is like Poison Z move, Acid Downpour, which still ain't going to be doing too much. Linoon's not going to be switching into this, even if it's like set up. If it's fully set up, I have one of the best checks to it in the game. So, Minior, I guess Minior, I really can't come in on Minior, but Minior is not going to be switching in on this thing. Otherwise, it gets pretty much just destroyed by Giga Drain. I guess you guys do get my point. Nothing really wants to switch on this thing, and if I do outspeed, it's going to be taking shitloads of damage. And yeah, overall, very, very solid mon this week. Offensive Mega Venusaur just destroys him. Had to put the Hippopotamus on here, just otherwise I get walled by Mega Scissor, which I really don't want. So On to the next mon, we have Scarface, the Mega, or not Mega, Crocodile coming this week. With the Choice Scarf Moxie, again, another mon that I could possibly get rolling with, and possibly get a little bit of a sweep, or possibly a late game sweep with. Not really a mon that really can... I don't really say it's going to be sweeping this week, just because he has a lot of... I guess a lot of switches. If I lock myself into move and get a kill, he has something that can possibly come in and actually resist, or not really take that good of damage from it. So I'm not really going to say it's going to sweep this week. Maybe just like a mini sweep and take out a few mons, hopefully. It's already meant to take out a few mons and open the doors for things like Talonflame and Raikous and stuff like that this week. Or Mega Venusaur, of course. That's really all it's meant to do. It outspeeds the Salamence, which is great. Outspeeds Salamence, outspeeds Roserade, which I think outspeeds naturally in anyways. Outspeeds Lanoon. A lot of its base hunters. Outspeeds Meloetta. I'm able to get a huge knockoff on that thing if he's not Z-move. Florges does not want to be eating Earthquakes. I think I can eat one Moonblast if he's not invested in Special Attack. Volcanion, I'm able to outspeed that thing. Even if he runs like Scarf Volcanion, I'm able to outspeed that and get a huge Earthquake off on it. Got the Fire Fang for the Scissor, which is probably the only thing that really wants to do, switch into this thing if he's like defensive. Fire Fang's going to be doing a shitload to that thing. Got the Rock Slide again for Salamence, stuff like that. So kind of a no-brainer moveset this week. Just hits are very effective for most things and outspeeds a lot of mons. A good check to Skuntank, Stunfisk, etc. He will do the Rock Slide on the Minior, outspeed that thing, so that's great. Yeah, overall very solid mon this week, not really too much to say about it. Very standard set. Next we got Raikous, Team Unity, coming this week, team mascot of this team. I haven't really brought it too much this season, apart from these last few weeks. I've been bringing it a few times. Subcomb Mind this week with the leftovers, max attack, max speed. I really wanted to run max attack, max speed. Even if I can't get it set up, I can really hit things for a lot of damage. So, say I really am not able to set up against things like, I don't know, like Fraud, or for example like Minior is kind of threatening me. I really can't set up against it because it has Earthquake or something of that nature. Thunderbolt or Hidden Power Ice. Hidden Power Ice is 4 times effective Thunderbolt, so we can do a shitload to that thing. So just get that damage off. At least I get a kill there, even without the setup. I can set up on things like Vaporeon. I outspeed that thing. The only thing it really can do to me is like Toxic. Again, I can set up on the Florges. Roserade really can't touch me. If it's like a support set with like spikes, toxic spikes, it really can't touch me. It can dodge Sleep Powder as well. Lanoon, probably won't be setting up on that, I guess. But Skuntank, if it's like a support default set, really going to be touching me, to be honest. Stunfisk, probably the only thing that can do shit to me, to be honest. If I'm set up, it really can't touch me. Hidden Power Ice I have for that thing mainly, and for the Salamence, if that thing 4 times effective. I outspeed the Salamence as well. Even if it's not Scarf Salamence, if he's like banded, able to come in and click a Hidden Power Ice on the thing and kill that thing in one hit, so that's great. Thunderbolt for Mega Scissor. Mega Scissor really can't touch me unless he has like U-turn or if he's like a setup variant. Yeah, overall very solid mon again this week. A lot of solid mons that just match up decently well against this team. All come together, that just work together very well. That's really what this team is about this week. On to the next mon, probably one of the most key players for this team this week. We got the Registeel. Haven't really brought it too much this season, but we're bringing it this week, and it's going to be coming back with a bang. It's going to be my Stealth Rocker this week as well. I also wanted really to have a Stealth Rocker for things like for Salamence, Volcanion, Frozlast, Minior, things like that. Just take chip damage, and chip damage on a lot of his walls is going to be very useful as well this week. Max HP, max defense. If he's +2 Minior, Earthquake only does like 40-something%, I think. So we have 4 times super effective Ice Punch, and if he does not have Mental Herb and to restore his stats, it's going to be killing him. So good check to set up Minior, which I, at this point in team building, I was a bit scared of. Florges, I'm a very good response to Florges if he does not have Hidden Power Fire. Even if he does have Hidden Power Fire, he has to be like fully invested to do a shitload to me. So I think one of the things I really like about Registeel is it's so bulky that you really don't even have to run special defensive investment to even come in on like special things. So Skuntank can't really touch me unless it runs like Flamethrower, like Fire Blast. Lanoon, this is probably a really solid check to Lanoon as well if it sets up. Lanoon really can't touch me. Standard Lanoons like set up Belly Drum like Citrus or Figgy, I think it is, Figgy Berry, with like E-Speed, Sludge Bomb, not Sludge Bomb, Seed Bomb, yeah, I think maybe like 2 other moves. Really doesn't get the best move pool, kind of limited move pool on offensive capability apart from E-Speed. Frozlast cannot touch me with Ice Stab. Shadow Ball will be doing some, I guess, but we have the Iron Head there for it, and Iron Head is at almost a 2 KO, I think. So, Salamence, if he's physical Salamence, the only thing he really can touch me with is like Earthquake or Fire Blast or Flamethrower. Apart from that, he really can't touch me. I can eat Raikous, I can eat stuff like that. I have a 4 times effective Ice Punch for him. Stuff like that. I have the Scissor. This is, again, a very good check to Scissor, even though we have the Talonflame, another good check to Scissor. I really can't touch the Scissor, to be honest, but I can get Power Punch against it and try flinching him out, I guess, if he's like min speed. Mainly just to set up rocks and wall things out, to be honest, and get damage off. That's really what the role is for this week. Not too much recovery on this thing, which is kind of something I wanted to build on with my last mod, and there's a few mods I really wasn't quite comfortable with yet, so always hard. Gonna be coming in this week and doing a lot of work. As for our last mod, we have the Latias Inori. It's going to be a special defensive Latias this week. I wanted something. Originally I was going to have Suicune on the team. I was going to have a Registeel Suicune core. The only thing that was really scaring me at that point was Roserade or a Spike Stack or a Toxic Spike Stack. I wanted to get something that would actually get rid of like rocks. I really needed rocks away for Talonflame as well, because I know Talonflame is going to be a huge part of this match and a huge part of me winning this match. I wanted to keep the rocks off the field, so I brought Latias. Probably one of the best checks to Volcanion as well. Volcanion really can't touch me with both stabs. Earth Power, which really usually carries I think Earth Power, Steam Eruption, Fire Blast, Flamethrower, or something like that, and I think one other move, Sludge Bomb, I think it gets as well. Usually what it carries, Standard Volcanion, really can't touch me. I have the Side Shock there for things like Roserade, stuff like that to pressure it out, but apart from that, I do get walled by Skuntank, but I'm not really too worried about it just because I have things like Scarface, and once I get set up with like these other mods, I have a lot of other checks for it, to be honest, and Skuntank really can't do too much to Mega Venusaur, unless it's like a Z-Mon. If he does bring it, it's going to be more of like a Defogger. I think it might be a Defogger if he does bring it. That's the only thing I really see him bringing it for, otherwise there's really no point in him bringing it. Have the Defog, Wish to keep the things like Raikous, pretty much like a support mod for this week, just to pass Wishes. Keep the Registeel healthy mainly is what I wanted. Can pass Wishes to Mega Venusaur, stuff like that, and get into mons where I can pressure my opponent out and get some huge damage off. I've got a Protect there just for Wish Protect. Stall, I guess. Side Shock again, no brainer there. Just wanted to throw something on there to hit floor just for okay damage, stuff like that, etc. I can 3 KO offensive Frozlast back. Frozlast, I think Frozlast is a 3 KO on me with Shadow Ball. I can 2 KO it back with Side Shock. I think that's what I meant to say. So we can take out the Frozlast if it comes down to that. If we can take out the Frozlast, and that'll be worth it. So we always have the Registeel as well. Really can't touch Registeel if it's like fully offensive. This is like Specs Shadow Ball, probably the best thing you can get me with. Or him HP Fire, as always. Otherwise, overall solid mod. Just take special hits for things like Volcanion mainly is what I wanted. Volcanion. I do get Pursuit Trapped by Skuntank, which kind of does suck, but I can always protect and scout for that as well, so it's not really too big of a deal. The main thing I really wanted from Latias this week is just to keep rocks and spikes and toxic spikes off the field, and to pass Wishes. That's really all I wanted for this week. And as like a switch into Volcanion and stuff like that, and Wish out and pass Wishes to something I can get into for Volcanion. That's why I really just wanted this week. That's really Latias' role. Not really to be getting damage off, just more of a team support and switch into like main special attackers. If he runs like special ments, Draco I think still might be a 2 KO, but I can pass Wishes out and stall him out. Even at -2 I can Wish back up and stuff like that. So overall, again, very solid. And that is going to be it for this week, guys. If you guys enjoy this team builder, I should have the matchups sometime later this week. We're supposed to battle Thursday night, sometime Thursday night. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to be doing on Thursday yet. I don't know. My opponent got really mad at me for not knowing my plans. He's like, oh, how do you not know what you're going to be doing on Thursday and Friday? I don't know. I'm one of those people that I kind of just plans as I go. I really don't plan in the future, to be honest. I don't know, he asked me yesterday. Yesterday was Monday. He asked me when we're going to be battling. As of right now, I still don't know what I'm going to be doing on Thursday. I know I might be free Thursday night for battle. That's pretty much all I know. I might be busy Friday, so I wasn't quite sure. The weekend I'm working. Tomorrow, when he's available, I'm working. So I don't know. My opponent really. I know people get mad. A lot of other coaches get mad at me just because I really don't know the future or what I'm going to be doing, or if I'm free for certain days of the week. Again, I have a lot of things. Plans change, guys. You got to understand, plans change. You really don't know what's going to be going on most times if it's too early in the week. If it was like a day before, if it was like Wednesday and he asked me when to battle, then I might have known. But like way Monday in the week, I'm not quite sure what I was going to be doing on Thursday or Friday yet. So I have it scheduled for Friday. If it does not go up, or not Friday, Thursday. Thursday, if it does not go up Thursday night, then throw it up Friday or something for you guys. But apart from that, hope you guys enjoy. See you guys in the next video. Feel free to down below and subscribe. That always helps me out. And yeah, see you guys next video. Peace.